If you look at the lead editorial in the Wall Street Journal editorial page this morning, they're writing that Donald Trump started a trade war with Adam Smith and he lost, suggesting that free markets still are the best way to go. I think we're seeing an overreaction right now, not only from the markets, from others who are suggesting that Donald Trump has beat a speedy retreat from tariffs and he's never going back there again. He's believed in tariffs since 1987. People close to Donald Trump say, yes, he's making deals with the UK. He may make a deal with China. But he's still a huge believer in tariffs. These people that are reassessing everything and thinking this is the end of more tariffs, I think they may be overreading what they've seen over the past 4 days.
I mean, let's be honest. It's kind of a who the hell knows strategy for trade. We just don't know. I agree with you that his instincts have always been protectionism. He wants equality in trade. He wants the U.S. to use its leverage to get better deals, and he feels like people are giving us. But you go with that Goldman, like, chances of a recession thing. It's all over the place. It's all over the place because the trade policy is all over the place. And the thing I think people miss is that so much of what's happening right now in terms of U.S. strategy is Trump says something or does something, and then they try to put kind of a logical framework around it. Like, oh, we're trying to pressure China and bring all these countries together. And now, well, no, we always plan to not have decoupling with China. It's very hard to follow. And for those that like the Trump style, the danger is talk to any CEO right now, and they are slowing investment, and they're certainly slowing hiring because two things are happening simultaneously. You have mass uncertainty in what the trade policy will be, so you don't know what your cost of goods are going to be. Then you're thinking about artificial intelligence getting better and better over the next year, and you're trying to think, okay, will a robot be able to do that better than a human? And the CEOs won't say that in public. Every single CEO in the world is having that conversation right now. And so when you have this level of uncertainty, it just makes running these businesses that much harder. And it's always been the most baffling part of the Trump policy because he talked in the beginning about we're going to have the golden age. You had the golden age. It was coming. He inherited a pretty decent economy. He had all these countries that wanted to invest in the United States. There was already movement towards investment flowing into the United States. There was already kind of a consensus that, listen, with chips and data and all these high-tech products, we should find incentives to bring them into the United States. And if you just let them go and didn't add this level of uncertainty, you'd probably have a market that's way higher than it is today. You'd have businesses investing much more confidently and robustly than they are today. So that's the cost of these things. And, listen, we won't know the consequences for a year or two for now. Like you talked about that jet, about taking a private plane from a foreign government. People are like, oh, you should be held accountable today. No one gets held accountable in the moment. You get held accountable over time. And if I'm Donald Trump on the jet issue, I'd be really worried that Republican senators are speaking out about it. I'd be really worried that MAGA podcasters are now speaking out about it because it doesn't pass the 12 people at the bar test. Does that seem fair? Does that seem on the level? Like your average person drinking that Miller Lite's like, well, hell no, that doesn't make sense. It seems like you're about to get a free plane from a government that you're also trying to do business with. And the public to digest that and there to be consequences, that takes a long time.
All right.
Well, I think for Republicans, and I think also people in the MAGA crowd, what makes them nervous is, of course, Qatar has been a funder of Hamas. They've been a funder of Hezbollah. They've been a funder of terrorist states for a very long time. So obviously they're expressing concerns. Republicans are expressing concerns. David Ignatius, I want to talk to you very quickly about, we were talking about the economics of all of this. And, I have been saying from the beginning when people are talking about the stock market going down to 20,000 and the U.S. economy melting down, that first of all, just with during the Biden administration and before that, the Trump and the Obama administration, people want to invest in the United States of America, and they're going to look for excuses to invest in the United States of America. But also been saying that when Donald Trump makes these deals, the stock market's going to go back up, and we're up to 40, we got down to 36,000, it's up to 42,000, and he has countries that are desperate to make deals with him right now. And we've seen this in foreign policy as well. The Iranians never wanted to do deals. He killed Soleimani. I know a lot of us were talking about myself, talking about how dangerous this was and how much it upped the ante. And of course, we found out that actually put the Iranians back on their heels, and now they're willing to deal with him. I'm saying this is chaos. It's hard for foreign leaders to follow. It's hard for people on Wall Street to follow. You just wonder if this isn't just, again, his approach to economics and his approach to foreign policy, because he believes he can intimidate people into making deals with him.